It was a frigid evening in the bustling city of London. The streets were abuzz with chatter, the lights twinkling in the inky night sky. Amidst the hustle and bustle of the city, a small crowd had gathered outside a quaint cafe, their eyes trained on the entrance. The reason for their presence was none other than the charming web-slinging star himself, Tom Holland. The affable actor, known for his relatable persona and penchant for interacting with his fans, had arrived in the city for a private charity event. Little did he know that his popularity had already preceded him. In the sea of fans clad in trendy winter coats and scarves stood a lone figure who appeared to be an outlier. Liam, a homeless man, stood in the midst of the crowd, his features weathered and his hair ruffled by the breeze. The cardboard sign he clutched in his hands, a poignant reminder of the harsh realities he faced daily, was a contrast to the enthusiasm that surrounded him. But what brought Liam to this particular spot on this particular evening was something different from the others. It was hope. Emerging from the cozy confines of the cafe into the chilly night air, Tom Holland cut a relaxed figure. His bodyguard, sensing the surge of excitement from the waiting fans, attempted to escort the actor past the throng, ushering him towards his waiting car. But Tom, with his genuine kindness and affable charm, took the time to exchange smiles and pleasantries with the lucky few who managed to catch his attention. Amidst the clamor, Liam, his hands shaking and voice quivering with nerves, mustered up the courage to step forward. Liam's timid, "Excuse me, mate," was a small ripple of sound that seemed to be quickly lost in the din of the starstruck crowd. Yet, in that moment, Tom Holland's keen gaze zeroed in on Liam, as if he sensed the solemnity of the request about to be made. The star's face, with a hint of puzzlement, fixed itself upon Liam's weary countenance. Tom, ever the attentive listener, responded to Liam's meek plea with a sincere, "Yes, how can I help you?" His voice was gentle and inviting, like a warm fire on a frigid night. The words seemed to carry an invitation to Liam, an invitation to let down his guard and share whatever burden he bore. Liam's question, born out of desperation, lingered in the air, heavy with the weight of his circumstances. Holding up his tattered homemade sign, he mustered the courage to say, "Can you give me $1? I just need enough to get something to eat tonight." His eyes averted, his voice barely above a whisper, Liam waited with bated breath for Tom's response. In the wake of Liam's plea, the previously boisterous crowd fell quiet, their collective gaze focused on Tom Holland. An uneasy stillness settled over the scene, broken only by the slight murmur of hushed whispers as fans speculated on how the actor would react. Would he coldly dismiss the homeless man, or would he extend a helping hand beyond the $1 Liam had requested? The moment seemed to hang in the balance, with the world waiting for Tom's next move. Tom Holland, known for his refreshingly down-to-earth demeanor, did not disappoint. His response, imbued with compassion and empathy, was an act of kindness that would leave a lasting impression. Tom, attuned to Liam's predicament, bridged the physical distance between them with a gentle approach. He lowered himself, crouching slightly to meet Liam's gaze. In doing so, Tom sought to convey a message, one of dignity and respect. With a voice tinged with empathy, he asked a simple question, "What's your name?" As Liam passed through the man's parched lips, the fragility of his circumstances seemed to wrap itself around his voice, wavering like a trembling flame. In that single word, Tom sensed the man's pain, his hunger, and the depths of his hardship. Tom's words, ringing with kindness, dissipated Liam's uncertainty like rays of sunshine through fog. His smile, a light in the darkness of Liam's situation, shined with genuine warmth. Tom, his voice brimming with enthusiasm, "Well, Liam, I think I can do a bit better than $1. Let's go grab a meal together. I'm sure we could both use a hearty bite to eat." Liam, overcome with emotion, struggled to find words, but his eyes sparkled with gratitude. The surrounding fans, their collective gasp, a fleeting punctuation mark in the unfolding narrative, could hardly believe what they were witnessing. Cameras and smartphones, once aimed at Tom, now tracked his benevolent gesture toward Liam. Yet, Tom Holland was not one to seek validation through publicity stunts. His act of kindness, born of genuine compassion, was carried out with an unwavering focus on Liam, the din of onlookers and the flash of cameras fading into the background of his awareness. Tom, gracious as ever, handed Liam a menu. His voice brimmed with kindness and excitement, as if he was dining with an old friend. Tom, order whatever you like. I'm a big fan of the burgers here, but you can't go wrong with the fish and chips either. Trust me, the chef here knows his way around some chips. Liam, still struggling to process this unexpected turn of events, managed a grateful nod. His eyes, darting across the menu, seemed to widen at the selection. As the duo's conversation began, Tom's actions underscored his intention, a desire to understand Liam's plight, not just offer sympathy. His unwavering attention coaxed Liam to share the bitter fruits of his misfortune, a tale that began with the pandemic's ruthless culling of livelihoods, leading to destitution and despair. Liam, his voice quavering, I never thought I'd end up like this. I had a job, a place to live, then it all came crashing down. Tom's response echoed with sincerity, his eyes radiating an understanding that could only come from someone who truly cared. His words, warm as the sun's rays on a cold winter's day, enveloped Liam like a comforting blanket. Tom, you know, Liam, you're stronger than you think. It takes a lot of courage to keep going, especially when life's thrown so much at you. You're here, you're still fighting. That counts for something. As the food arrived, the two shared a bond that transcended celebrity and circumstance. Their easy banter resembled that of old friends, the stardom of Tom's persona forgotten amidst their conversations. Tom's casual wit proved infectious, even as the topic inevitably turned to his most famous role. Marvel would kill me if I said too much, he laughed, his grin playful and mischievous. Liam, his cheeks dimpling with amusement, laughed for the first time in what felt like an eternity. Tom's kindness knew no bounds. With a compassionate smile, he reached into his pocket, procuring his wallet and producing a wad of cash. Liam, stunned, his eyes wide with disbelief, opened his mouth to protest. But before a word could escape his lips, Tom pressed the cash into his hands, Tom, his voice gentle but firm. This isn't just for tonight. Use it to get back on your feet. And if you need more help, I know a few people who can assist you. Liam, overcome with emotion, found himself at a loss for words. The enormity of Tom's gesture struck him with such force that tears streamed down his face, a testament to the unbreakable spirit that still beat within his heart. Liam, his voice cracking, I don't know what to say. Thank you. Words failed him, and he extended his hand to Tom, an offering of gratitude, of kinship, of a connection forged in the crucible of humanity's shared struggle. Tom's gaze, steady and resolute, held Liam's own as he uttered those words, a promise meant to resonate long after this moment had passed. His voice, a gentle steel, spoke volumes of the values he held close. Tom, his expression hopeful, just promise me one thing. When you're back on your feet, help someone else who's struggling. Pay it forward, yeah? Liam, his heart brimming with gratitude, nodded, his expression a mix of humility and resolve. The applause of the crowd, an orchestration of whistles and cheers, cascaded over the pair like a tidal wave. Yet Tom seemed unfazed. His focus, unwavering, was on the life he had changed, guiding Liam toward the awaiting cab with a hand on his shoulder. As the crowd shouted their adoration, one voice rose above the din. Tom, you're the real-life Spider-Man! But Tom, his head held high, simply waved off the praise. As the cab pulled up, the city's neon lights reflecting off its glossy exterior, Tom extended a final gesture of kindness. He slipped the driver a generous wad of cash, ensuring Liam's safe passage. Tom then turned to Liam, his smile warm and sincere. Tom, take care, Liam. Remember, you're not alone. You've got a friend in Spider-Man, yeah? Liam, his eyes shining with gratitude, nodded. Thank you, Tom. I won't forget this. Liam's journey didn't end with Tom's generosity. Like a butterfly emerging from its cocoon, Liam spread his wings and soared. With the money Tom had gifted him, he secured shelter and, in a stroke of fate, crossed paths with a charity that recognized his potential. A new job, a stepping stone on his path to stability, soon followed. Tom, ever the humble soul, kept his actions to himself. No fanfare, no publicity, just a selfless act born of empathy and compassion. The onlookers, their eyes widened by the unexpected grace that unfolded before them, bore witness to Tom's character, a character that shone beyond the silver screen. The tale of Tom and Liam, while quiet, was no less impactful. It became a legend whispered among the streets of London, a whisper that carried weight and meaning far beyond the confines of celebrity. And so the story of Tom and Liam came full circle, an act of kindness that transcended expectations and touched the heart of a man. For Liam, Tom will always be more than a superhero on the big screen. He'll be the real-life hero who showed him kindness, empathy, and the power of human connection, a reminder that in a world that can seem cold and unforgiving, there are still lights shining in the dark.